Hey guys, welcome in, and that's right, it's time for this big beast, Mordu. So I've been going through the top of the tournament exclusive characters, Shan Yu, Hades, and now Mordu. So if you've missed any of the others, go check them out in my previous videos, but time to give Mordu some love, and this is Mordu. Look how cool he looks. That is one thing I do love about this game is that the looks that they're going for, the animation drawings. I find for me to like a game, it has to look good, and this game definitely has that going on for it, especially with Mordu. What a beast, and like an actual beast. Rah. Anyway, let's jump into this. We're going to start with the passive because I think it's important to start with the passives because often with characters that have passives, um, often the other abilities are affected by their passives. So we're going to jump into that. Ancient Rage. When his health drops below 40%, you get to gain offense up for 2 turns. You gain counter for 1 turn, and remove any stun from himself. So kind of similar to Hades. This is if you guys are noticing what is making these guys super good is the ability to kind of like cleanse themselves to get rid of these bad effects, and that can be like super powerful just to do that once you're hitting like a health threshold. But anyway, I'll continue on with his Ancient Rage. Wild Swipe and Reunus become Ancient Rage empowered when below him. So it's just letting you know that his other effects become get extra effects when this is empowered. So below 40%, it's a little bit lower threshold, but then again, keep in mind that he is a tank. So unlike Hades, who is a glass cannon, Mordu is a tank. So even at 40% is probably more health than Hades at 50%. So let's now jump into his abilities. So his basic swipe does 1,600 damage. Okay, he is a heavy hitting tank. When we're saying he's a tank, he is a heavy hitting tank. And then Ancient Rage empowered. So when he's below 40%, deal 30% extra damage. So just say you'll be doing another 300 and however much extra damage. So you'll be nearly doing 2k damage or just over 2k damage, I would say. And then perform a follow-up attack of 1600. So you're going to be doing like 2k and then another hit of like a standard hit. See why like some of these characters they when the further in using them, the more useful they become. So moving forward, Savage How you just saw him do it there. Like he is, how many times do I have to say it? He is a beast, and he just looks amazing. Looking at you now. Anyway, deal up to 1600 onto all opponents. So this is an AoE. Look at him howling again. So this is an AoE, and you're doing like as much as one of your normal attacks would do, but on all opponents. And then you can inflict offense down for 1 turn onto the target opponent. So if you have one opponent highlighted, they get to have a weaker attack. 30% chance to inflict offense down on an adjacent, so an opponent next to them as well. So that in itself, doing all that damage, nice little like single attack to everybody, and then gain taunt for 1 turn. So that is probably one of the most important parts about the Savage Hell, attacking everybody and taunting. Now, why is this important? I'll show you guys when we jump in and actually use him. But pretty much, here's your tank. You want to get everyone focusing on him And when everyone focuses on him, you can drop his health down. See where I'm going with this? Alright. So Reunis deal up to 3.3k damage, which is a decent attack, and inflict stun. So you might have seen me running him also in the previous couple of videos ago, a stun lock video. If you haven't seen that, go and check it out. But Mordu, having a tank that does so much damage, can inflict stun, that is super good. And then deal up to 3,000 damage to adjacent opponents. 45% chance to inflict slow and adjacent opponents for 1 turn. And then so not only do you do 3k to the one you're choosing, you also do like another 3k, slightly less, 3k to the ones around him. Which is amazing. And then you've got a 45% chance to give them slow. Controlling, like as we're all talking about controlling speed and controlling the order of things, giving them slow them all down, have more turns. Ancient Rage and Power deal 55% bonus damage. So now you're going to be doing, say, add another 1,500 onto that. You're going to be doing, what, 4,800, nearly 5k. So, if you can use him, taunt, get everyone attacking him, get him low health straight away. You don't have to like try, like if you saw the Hades video, I had to like try and bait out attacks until I got him below 50%. With Mordu, you don't really have to do that. Boom, drop a taunt, get people to attack him. Low health, do more damage. That is why he's a beast. And if we have a quick look at his stats, his offense isn't as high as, say, like the likes of Hades and Shan Yu and the others. But in saying that, his role is a defensive character. And his attacks still do high damage, even though he doesn't have super high offense. His defense is nearly 500, which is a very good high amount. And he's got a lot of health at 22k. So his potency, so chance of successfully giving a harmful effect, is quite high. So his stuns, his slow and all that are going to be working. His speed is actually quite good as well. It's 109. So not as fast as the super fast characters, but it is pretty up there. And a high chance of tenacity as well to avoid getting a bad effects. So you can avoid getting a bad effects nearly what, 1/4 of the time. So over a fifth of the time, he is going to avoid getting a status effect, and that is amazing. So I'm just going to give you a quick little showcasing of how he is in the order of speed. So if we're looking at speed, he is about what, lower. Okay, he's a little bit lower than I thought he was. I see a lot of, one little tip, I see a lot of people in the top tournament that I'm in have speed stones on him, and then when he's got a speed stone on him, so at the moment I have got a damage stone on him, which gives him 50% more damage. People give him 50% more speed, which takes him up to 125 speed, which gives him one of the top speeds. So that's probably why I thought he was super fast. But again, I'll correct that. He is not one of the fastest, but he's still not the slowest. So he is pretty good, as you've seen there. So, all right, that's enough. Without further ado, let's go jump in and let's see if I can give you a showcasing of what Mordu is like when you're running him, how good he is, and hopefully show you how I use him and how and why he is so good. So, in saying that, I'm just going to go throw this up there. Hades, Mr. Cookies first, so let's just jump in. We'll go, and this is kind of like what like you'll just generally do. Go and do some damage, and then take some damage. Mordu, after this, I'll let you know. So there are two ways I'd use him now. I'd either use him to stun Aladdin, because Aladdin's coming up, like as I was talking about the stun lock, or I can use him to make sure he gets focused. So I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to get him taunted, and then I'm just gonna go remove the bad effects for now. But I want to actually just give him a copy, and we're gonna see, because for those of you who don't know, copies also gain effects. So boom, 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 attack, attack, and now I'm not even gonna get to show anything off. All right, this may have to be another game, or I might have to. No, I'm going to have to not attack so much against the bot next time. But like, look here, his bonk, so good. And then come on, Shadow Mordu. Okay, we're gonna jump into another one because that wasn't a very good. I didn't get to showcase like 50% of why he's good, or more than 50% of why he's good, is him getting enraged. So we're gonna go jump straight back into that and try that again. I will have to bait out the bot and not do such high damage straight away. So we'll give that a go. I'll do some damage and then I'll just sit there and not do all of that damage. Just to show, because when you're versing a real opponent will be a little bit better. So here we go. This should be a little bit better. Let's see what his Mickey wants to do. So his attack, so this is one also good thing, is that even if he's not the fastest, you can wait until some of your other characters take a little bit of damage first, and then you can make them taunt, and then just avoid your other characters getting hit for a little while, and then boom, make them absorb and suck in, make him attack and suck in. Look how much he can take and not. So they've even given vulnerable to Aladdin, and they can't do anything about it, because they can't attack Aladdin just now unless they're doing AoE. So here we go, boom. Still not enough. I am not going to cleanse effects at the moment, just because I want him to drop down below 50%. So I'm just gonna go leave him there for now. Okay, there we go. There we go. Ancient Rage below 40%. So that's his like instantaneous counter. Then he's gonna get the damage up. And now I'm gonna be doing like what, 5k here? 11k crit. Like his damage just goes nuts. And I wonder, does this one actually get the bonuses as well? I hope so. So I'm just gonna go burn off the back, and then I'll see if I can pop another turn of Mordu up. So this is his basic attack when he is enraged. Boom, boom. So he does just two attacks. Boom, boom. And super good. Super good. So that is why him being a tank, being able to make everybody focus on him, get his abilities in action. He's still got tons of health, piles and piles of health to absorb all those attacks, save your other people for a while, and then you can also have the option of like stunning your opponents if you ever need. You can play the way you want with him. One little tip is, normally I would have him in the back row. So normally I like to put my tanks in the back row so I can taunt, and a lot of other people's attacks or abilities that go and attack in a line, they'll only then attack one other or affect one other. So that's one little tip that I like to do with my tanks, and I just thought maybe that'll be helpful for you guys. So I normally have him sitting back there in that position, and then I'd also normally have him next to him, whoever I would kind of not mind taking a little bit more damage as well. So have another character that doesn't matter if they take a little bit more damage. So either another tank or maybe a character who also has good effects. So I can get into more in-depth team building around that in a future video. So if that is what you want to see, let me know. Let me know if this was helpful to you guys. We'll also jump in and just have a quick look here in the Sorcerer's exchange. Boom, 5,250 tokens to get him. You get 3 tokens for that. So the good thing about that is buying him, you can get a couple a day. Get a couple a day, get a couple one day, get another one the next day. Whatever you need to do if you want him. He is very, very, very the top tank. I will say he is the top tank in the game. The best tank in the game because of those abilities. Because he can tank